Pixelmator Pro makes it easy to quickly add customizable outlines around layers using stroke styles. In this tutorial, we'll share with you 5 quick tricks you can use to create eye-catching effects using strokes. You'll find the project files for all the designs we create in this video in the description box below. For our first technique, we'll create a fun custom font with a dotted outline. Let's start by selecting a text layer and adding a stroke to it. You can do this by pressing the S key on your keyboard and turning on stroke in the style settings. If the stroke style is not visible, click Add Style in the Tool Options pane and select it from the menu. Now we can start customizing the stroke. First, make it a little thicker by increasing its width. Then, open the Stroke Options menu and make sure the stroke alignment is set to center. This determines where the stroke is positioned on a layer. Inside alignment keeps the stroke within the outline of the layer, while outside wraps it around the layer. For this design, the stroke needs to sit right on the edge of the stroke outline, so we'll leave it set to center. Then, open the Stroke Style Presets menu and choose this preset to convert the solid line stroke into a dotted one. Adjust the dot spacing by setting the first gap to 1 and everything else to 0. Finally, use the color picker to make the stroke the same color as the text layer so they blend seamlessly together, creating this fun, bubbly font effect. One great thing about customizing text with stroke styles is that the text remains fully editable, so you can change its content, size, and color at any time. Our second trick combines multiple strokes and other styles to create a cool floating sticker effect. To start, select a text layer or add some new text using the font you like. Then, in the Style settings, turn on the Fill style and pick a color for your text. Next, turn on Stroke Style, and in the Stroke options, set its alignment to outside. Then increase the stroke width, and choose a color that will be the background of your text. Now we'll create an outline that looks like a sticker cut line. To do that, hold the Option key on your keyboard, then drag and drop the background stroke to duplicate it. On the bottom stroke, choose the color you want for your cut line. We'll use the same color as our text. Then, adjust the thickness of the cut line by increasing the stroke width. For the classic white border effect around the sticker, Option drag the background stroke again to duplicate it and drop it below all other strokes. Increase the stroke width until it shows up as a thin outline around the sticker. To finish up, let's add a shadow to our design. In the Style Tool options, turn on Shadow, or if it's not visible, choose it from the Add Style menu. Remove the shadow blur. Then adjust the shadow distance, rotation, and opacity to your liking. With the drop shadow in place, your floating sticker design is complete. To reuse this design in your future projects, you can save it as a style preset. Add the style to the Style Presets browser by selecting the desired collection and clicking Add. Then, you can easily apply this style to text layers in other designs by selecting it from the same collection. For our third technique, we'll dive a bit deeper into customizing strokes to create a blueprint-style text design. We've already set up our project with some semi-transparent text, a light grain effect for a bit of texture, and a blue dotted background, which you can easily create by drawing a small rounded shape anywhere on the canvas and adding the tessera tile effect to it. To style your text, once again, choose Style and turn on Stroke. Then slightly increase the width of the stroke and choose a color. We've selected plain white to imitate a white ink marker effect. Then, in the Stroke options, choose this dashed stroke preset. This will add a stroke with rectangular dashes to the text. For this design, though, we'll be using rounded dashes, so we'll change the dash caps to round and also choose a rounded corner style to ensure the dashes bend nicely around the corners. Finally, adjust the dash spacing by setting all dashes and gaps to 4 points. Then save this stroke as a preset by opening the Stroke Style Presets menu and clicking Add. Saving your strokes as presets is useful if you plan to reuse them in the future. And we're done styling our text. For a final touch, select the pen tool and draw a simple line next to it. You can hold the Shift key while drawing to keep the line straight. Then, adjust the width and color of the stroke to match your text. And in the Stroke Style Presets menu, select the preset you saved earlier. When working with open paths like these, you can also customize the ends of the strokes, choosing different shapes for the endpoints and adjusting their size. Next, let's create a captivating transparent text effect. For this technique, you'll need an image with a subject and some text. First, duplicate the image layer and mask your subject using the Hide Background feature. You'll find it in the Mask menu at the top of the layer's sidebar. Then, type in your text and position it where you want it on the canvas. Create a duplicate of your text layer by pressing Command J on your keyboard and move the copy below the subject layer with a mask. Then, go back to the top text layer again, Control-click it, and choose Convert into Shape. Finally, in the Style tool options, turn off the Fill Style and turn on Stroke. Adjust the stroke width and match its color to the color of your text. It's simple as that. You can now select both the stroke layer and the text layer to move the design around the image freely, with your subject showing through the shape of your text. For our final technique, we're going to try something a bit different. We'll create a graffiti-like text effect using one of the Pixelmator Pro brushes as a stroke. First, type in your text and customize its font, color, and style however you like. Fonts that mimic handwriting usually work best for this. Then, Control-click the text layer in the Layers sidebar and select Convert into Shape. Next, go to the Format menu at the top of your screen and choose Stroke with Brush. This will add a stroke around your text using your last used brush and give you options for customizing it. In the Brushes browser, open the Spray Brushes category and look for the Thick Spray Brush. Then, turn off Simulate Pressure and change the stroke color to match the color of your text. Adjust the brush settings like size or angle until the stroke looks just right for your chosen font. You can also experiment by adding more strokes and details. Here, for instance, we've added a second, more scattered stroke around the text with the smashed spray brush and created a small running paint detail to achieve a more realistic spray paint effect. And there you have it. 5 fantastic stroke techniques in Pixelmator Pro. We hope you enjoyed this tutorial and found it helpful. Check out our YouTube page for more tutorials and consider subscribing for more tips and tricks like this in the future. Thanks for watching.